Yes, I had another lovely comment today from one of the Nithyananda people that says I'm a barking dog. Barking dogs, yes. Happy to be a barking dog because a guru's job is to alert people to things like a barking dog. And yes, those people, there are those that were not going to want to hear it. The ones that are not being protected by that barking dog may come and give grief because people have a barking dog. But I'd rather be a barking dog than a Nithyananda flea that likes to ride on barking dogs and suck their blood out and take everything they can from them. You know, he's very well noted to take everything from Osho, from TM, from any guru he can get his hands on stuff from and then parade it as if it's his own. And let's look at the name of this person that said this barking dog. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on, I need to upload Hindi. Okay, Chini, oh, sweet. Oh, sugar, okay. Well, sugar, chini, sweet, whatever you want to call yourself, I'm happy to be a barking dog. I'll continue to be a barking dog. You may not like it, but that's okay. And you know, every time these Nithyananda spinners want to come and put things on my channel, they create the very thing they'd want to avoid, which is more videos. So this barking dog will continue to bark, will continue to spread the alarm, will continue to be out there and honest with it. And Hindi, it's, you know, that upload, I may have to download it again. You know, only have it when I need it, that's all. So. What a bunch of nonsense. Okay, he's uploaded Hindi. And now he's got the mannerisms of it too.
Sanskrit too.
No. Nithyananda was not uploading Sanskrit, he was uploading Hindi. You know, and along with the mannerisms when you speak it. Northern mannerisms now too. What kind of, you know, nonsense is this? So, you know, my Hindi, okay. He's lived in India his whole life. Traveled to Nepal, traveled to the north where they speak Hindi, like as if this is some great accomplishment. I've uploaded magically Hindi. What a load of crap. Absolute load of garbage. And people want to run salivating after that. So again, Chini, this is directly to you, Chini, sugar. Right. Okay, sweetheart, sugar, Chini. Yes, I'm going to continue to be a barking dog. And so, you know, it's, again, part of a guru's job is to sound alarms, to alert. That's what barking dogs do. They sound alarms. They protect the people in the household. Okay? That's their function. So you mean it as being a put down? You mean it as being something negative? And I take it as an absolute positive. There's nothing more loyal than the dogs. Okay? Okay, that's a fact. Dogs are very, very loyal. Very loyal. Okay? Unlike the fleas which will jump from here to there, like Nithyananda. And those that want to follow him with all of his regalia of costumes at every turn. Now he's trying to look like Shiva, wearing his crapola fake material stuff, trying to look like Shiva, as if he's Shiva going on this yatra. What a bunch of nonsense. I'm surprised he doesn't have a rubber cobra around his neck as well. He's done everything else to costume himself. Again, what kind of actions are these? This is not a guru. This is like a child playing dress up, for God's sakes. It's absolutely ridiculous. He looks like a fool doing these kind of things. But since you're so taken in by it, maybe you'll be one of the really fortunate ones that next time that it comes up for the Kali and all of these festivals, maybe you'll be one of the lucky ones to get to see him in a sari. Because he only keeps that for the very special devotees to be privy to that one. So you might want to look at some, get a little more depth before you start running around making comments on Guru's channels. And, my students understand what they're getting. And yes, they should be like chini, like sugar, and should sit there and be put into the practices where they then dissolve and dissolve in the heart and dissolve into that realization. So, thank you for your comment. And enjoy your life, whatever you're doing. Enjoy your way, wherever you're at. But I was happy to bring a little more clarification to that. So again, what you mean as a put down, I'm very happy to take that. I will be a barking dog, You can call me a bitch all you want. Be my guest. You could throw that in too, because that's a female dog and I'm in the female form and I will keep barking. So, no offense taken, but I feel sorry for the ones that, again, don't have discernment. They do not have discernment, do not know what to look for in a guru. They want to have the big show. They want somebody that, why in the world would you go to somebody that has to do a 15-minute promotional video before he gives satsang about how he's a Paramahamsa and how special it is, and he sat on a tiger skin as a child? Obviously, that means he has to be enlightened. No genuine master is going to have a PR spin video watched for 15 minutes before they come out and speak. That's absolutely ludicrous. 100% ludicrous. Ridiculous. So if you want to follow somebody like Nithyananda the flea that jumps from here to there and sucks the blood off of every guru he can find. He sucked the blood of all the things of Osho. He's sucking the blood of U.G. Krishnamurti with the unclutched. He stole that from there. He's stolen things from everywhere and peddled it as if it's his own. The flying thing that he was doing, he stole that from TM, and of course it didn't work. He couldn't get them to lift off the ground. Again, they look like the same thing as in TM, a bunch of hopping frogs sitting there like this. This is not levitation, okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings. It's not levitation. And no genuine guru is going to give things like this to their people. They're not going to make them pay for something absolutely asinine like that. And what happened to all these people that are going to be living on energy? I guarantee he's eating. So if you see him at this yatra and he's stuffing his face, hello, he's a liar, he's a fake, he's a fraud. It hasn't happened. Okay? So yes, I'm going to continue to sound the alarms, and hopping fleas like Nithyananda can continue to be where they're at. But I prefer to soap him out and get him, out and continue to speak about what's out there and the things he does, which no genuinely realized being would have to be stealing from other gurus and promoting things as their own. Okay? The knowledge is already there. And so we bring new things. We bring different things to our sadhakas, and that's the way it is. So there you have it, Chini. There you have it. So on that note, I'm going back to playing my cajon, to drumming and my singing and enjoying life for life's sake. Because that's what one does when one is finished. Gurus, we don't sit around contemplating our navels. Neither do we need to concoct ways that we can jump into bed with our students. Some of us are actually celibate. Yes, and we remain that way. Not celibate on stage when we're talking, and behind the scenes we're finding ways that we can screw our devotees and have them sign paperwork to cover our asses. No, we're actually celibate. Go figure. And we don't need to continue to wear, props to make us look more holy or more spiritual or whatever. It doesn't matter what the rat's ass, what I wear, what I don't wear, the message is the same. It's the same knowledge. It's the same knowledge. Yes. I was ushered into sannyas and I stopped wearing the cloth. I stopped wearing it out of protest for all this crap that's going on. Have I stopped my vows of being a celibate? Absolutely not. I'm still a celibate. 100%. And will remain that way. Because there's nothing to chase. You only chase relationship when you're in duality. There's no other. What are you going to chase? There's no lack. What are you going to chase? But if you're playing a game, you're still in the midst of the journey and think you're further than you are, then you'll make all these proclamations of being an avatar and being this and being that. But again, I'm going to say this yet again. Truth is once, lies are many. An honest guru, it will be the same pointing from beginning to end. It's not going to change midstream. These stories are not going to happen. You're honest about what's there. He's not been honest ever with anything. None of his stories match any timeline. He got his name out of a dream. Just again, same nonsense. Same nonsense. So yeah, before you write and say I'm self-proclaimed as well, you can forget it. No, I had a guru. My guru waited, and when he saw everything had fallen away and there was genuine moksha, genuine realization, that it was the genuine deal, then he told me at that time I was to go forward. Was to go forward and to be a guru. And I accepted it. It was not something I strove after. It was not something I wanted to do. When you get to that point where you can actually be a guru, you don't want it. You do it for the sake of humanity. It's not a feather in your cap any longer because there's no identification anymore for it to be some big feather in your cap. Those ideas and all of that drama that comes with it come way earlier in the journey, when one gets the Messiah complex. One is really ready for it at that point. Then one knows, ultimately that Brahman, Parabrahman, that seed of light, that truth, is at the center of all being. It can handle things quite well. It doesn't need our special intervention. But people come to us, and so we do what is possible to pull away the delusion, the illusion. Always at the center of being is that one perfect Brahman. If it were not there, you would not have life. It's that simple. So nobody can ever really be separate from it. One's never separate from it. They're just so piled high and deep with crap, they can't find it. That's all. Like PhD, piled high and deep. A lot of mental fabrications have been put over it. And one is lost in their thoughts and the drama surrounding it, and the storylines and all of these things they concoct and bring around to keep themselves safe. And the more one tries to make themselves safe, the more unsafe they feel. It's again a paradox. So that being said, that's what, the guru is there to do. Not to say, I'm a god, I'm an incarnation, look at me. That's not it, ever. When somebody's playing those games, run. Don't walk out the door, run out the door. Really, run. Because you're going to be taken for a ride. They're playing a game with themselves, they're playing a game with you, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Gurus are there, and we give not because, it's that it's some sort of, like I said, a feather in the cap, or one gains goody brownie points for it, or, I'm going to have a better life in heaven because of it. None of that crap. One gains nothing from it. One gains nothing from it. It's out of compassion, because where you are, I have been. The suffering that humanity goes through, we have gone through that suffering. We understand the suffering. And when one is out of it, then those that really want to go beyond suffering, yes, we wish to help. If people come and ask, that's fine. If they don't want the help, that's fine too. Enjoy your life. enjoy the life. Then on the other hand, sometimes we get the ones that say they want it, but they are hell-bent on doing everything other than what's given to them to do that could benefit them. And they want to hold it so cheaply. When you have gurus like myself that have given it out, have not charged for courses, or not doing, oh, I'm going, to Kailash, and so it's $10, $12, $20,000 a person to go with me for a week, and all this other nonsense that takes place. And people come and they use and abuse what's given until one finally is in a position of saying, that's it. Now if you want it, you're going to pay dearly for it, because it's been so abused. And it finally has to be that way, which is an unfortunate thing. Very, very unfortunate. But sometimes it comes down to that. So, that being said, it's time to close this out, and this barking dog will be on her way, and will continue to bark, and will continue to sound the alarm, and will continue to speak out and speak up, and in full support of ones like R.T. Rao and Lenin, Dharma, and hopefully again more come forward. And this is the only way it's going to change, is if people are willing to expose what's happened in the dark and bring it to the light. And it takes courage to stand up, because you will have a lot of detractors. And you will have ones like Nithyananda in positions of authority that should never be there in the first place, that will do everything they can to drag you through the mud, will do everything they can. And when you see this happening, even more so, it's time to say no more, to stand up and stand your ground, and know that there are people that are out there willing to support you, that believe in you, and see all his PR crap that he puts out every day as if it's a big news item. It's not a big news item. Anything you see PR, you know it's a spin camp. 100% spin camp. Not one iota of truth in it. So, just continue to stand the ground. And let's hope that the courts in India finally start to get some backbone and start making him be accountable like anybody else would be. The police can only do so much when the courts are not willing to follow through on stuff. So there needs to be, an outcry for the courts to man up and do what needs to be done in order for things to move forward and for people to really get some justice. That's all that can be said. Namaste.